So I asked you guys on Facebook what investigation you would like me to hit. And as always, it was just a clusterfuck of, hey, do this investigation that you already did 2 episodes ago. But it seemed like Fairfax, Virginia was the most popular answer. So if this episode sucks, you have yourself to blame.
When the pedos come a-knockin', there's only 2 men who can stop them. Starring pedo slayer Chris Hansen and your host, Mista-GG. These are the Predator Chronicles.
Fairfax, Virginia being such an early investigation, the episode really lacks a lot of content. I guess the earlier episodes used to focus more on the education of online predators and the possible dangers, more than the actual predators and their interviews. Oh, how the series changed. Why don't you have a seat?
Are you up to meeting tonight, hon?
Our first predator in line is... Oh. Okay. Our next predator in line is... So the first 2 guys ran away, and you might notice that there's no cops in this investigation. This investigation was actually before they started having a squad waiting outside for the predator. So our actual first predator is... God damn it! What kind of shit investigation is this? Are you guys fucking with me? This is the old April Fool's joke. Oh, we got one over on Mista-GG. Oh, let's give him the shittiest investigation in the fucking series.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
The first predator that stays to talk to Chris is Aladdin. And I've never watched the movie Aladdin, so don't expect any cute references.
What you doing here?
Just hanging around.
Just hanging around?
Yeah, I know that the house is for sale.
Oh, that this house is for sale?
Yes, yes.
The old real estate gag, eh? Never, ever. I mean, I can't really blame the guy though. It does look like a nice house, you know, it's 2 stories, balcony, a new, fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go. That's all you get. Our buddy Aladdin then tries arguing that the girl is 18, which has to be like the top 5 dumbest things these guys do when they get interviewed. You know when you get a fake ID and you say that you're 21? This is the same logic. I'm telling you, Chris, she's the minimum legal age of consent. I know, convenient, but true. I mean, they're all still fucked, but I just want to come across one guy who's good at lying.
And what do you think of the house?
What did you say?
What do you think of the house?
Very nice.
Yeah.
2 bath?
3 baths.
3 bath. 2 full and 1 half?
Yes.
Okay.
So, then you say, so you won't be shy after a little bit. You say, great, good girl.
A little bit.
Whoa. What are you doing?
Just a little bit.
You okay?
I am fine, just kind of.
I said a guy who's good at lying, not lying down. Now that's what I would have said, had I had no respect for my brand of comedy. Now, what do you call a child predator that lays on the floor? A pedophile.
I'm kind of...
Anyways, as you can imagine, the cameras come out and Aladdin gets Jafar out of there. This series is going downhill. Keep lying to yourselves that you like this shit, guys. I'll keep making them.
Hello?
Let me explain something to NBC for a second here. I don't know what kind of rap y'all got on people,
mistake.
but maybe y'all can get the whole story because this girl is in a romance chat room.
Hello?
Hey, my little sex kitten. How are you, sweetheart?
Our next predator in line is Steven Benoff. He's a special ed teacher, which... What the fuck? I have a fear of the deep sea. So you know what I'm never gonna do? Go scuba diving. I suck at managing money. You know what I'm never gonna be? An accountant. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Had this man wanted to fight his addiction, he wouldn't be working in a fucking school.
There's talk about condoms. Did you bring condoms with you?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Yeah.
Set them on the table. What does that say about your intent?
Well, I always have them with me, but...
Yeah, that makes you look better. Hey, the special ed teacher always has condoms with him. Or better yet, hey, the 50-year-old married man always has you don't need condoms, dude. What do you need condoms to? Oh, dude, my wife's a real fox at this age. She's always just jumping on me. See, we use natural aphrodisiacs, and she's just always all up on me, you know. This sexy-ass bent-off body of mine. I gotta be like, well, it's a good thing I carry around this little 3-pack of Trojans, or else we would be having a baby. You know, because you're definitely not fucking past menopause. Headaches. You'll give me headaches. Drake and Josh reference in episode 12. You better subscribe. I forgot this part in the script where I say, fuck you. Keep on trucking, Steve. Our next predator in line is Dr. Jeffrey Beck.
Come on in, I just spilled Diet Coke all over my shorts.
Del, I love you. I do. But I'm just gonna throw out a suggestion that maybe you should take like another 20 seconds to think of an excuse. I just spilled Diet Coke all over my shorts cause I'm 14 and I love Diet Coke. I just stubbed my toe and it's fucking bleeding everywhere, bro, so just hang tight, alright?
When I confront the doctor, he says he had no intention of having sex with the boy. He only came here because he felt badly for the teen who was left home alone.
He was so anxious to have some company when he was left by himself for 4 days, but under circumstances it sounded neglectful.
So you're the Good Samaritan.
That's correct.
Hey look, it's Mike Manzi with a PhD.
You ask, have you ever been spanked? He says, by my dad, but not for sex. You say, could it be fun for sex? He says, I can try. You say, want to spank a dad?
Our next predator in line is David K., a rabbi.
I gotta ask, you still gonna be up for tonight after seeing your girlfriend?
We'll see.
So how can I help you? Go ahead, have a seat. I suggest you sit down. And take your hands out of your pockets, please. What do you do for a living?
A rabbi.
A rabbi. What are you doing? I'm not angry. A man of God, as a rabbi, in this house. I'm not angry. Trying to meet a 13-year-old boy. I'm not angry. You've never done this before.
You first, Chris, you never had a chance. You committed more sin than a kick in the pants. You like to suck fivers, house 6.5. Hope you like to blow bubbles, cause my dick's in a bag. Every kiss begins with K, you can call me tight-lipped. You got clothes like Comrade, a really tight fit. Heard you like the raw bassos, and I'm not gay. I'm just saying you fucked up, rubbing me the wrong way. The next predator is John Connelly.
Side garage is open. Strip to your underwear and come in. I be in mine. The man says, I don't wear underwear.
John Connelly is a sad, sad man. He tells Chris he's a bus driver. Then he says, scratch that, I'm a teacher. Then it turns out he's unemployed.
He told our decoy, who was posing as a 14-year-old boy, that he's an 11th grade English teacher. Then he told the boy that he hates condoms, but he's safe.
Could you explain yourself?
I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't cut it. What had happened?
Sir, I've never done this before.
I actually have a lot in common with John. I mean, we both hate condoms, we both look like we're always drowsy, and we both have never done this before.
What would have happened, John, if I wasn't here?
I probably would have chickened out, sir.
Marvin, you're naked. What would have happened, John, if I wasn't here?
I probably would have chickened out, sir.
You're sitting in this kitchen naked, John.
Oh, jeez. Just tripped on my dick, cause it's super long. Call me, Brandon. The morning after John's bust, PJ finds him back online. Same screen name and all, and they start chatting again under a different decoy. This time around, John denies that he's gay, and he even says that he has a girlfriend. Even tells the decoy that his name is Shane. But by the end of the conversation, wouldn't you know it, Shane arranges another meeting with the decoy at a nearby McDonald's.
I have been in television for 24 years.
I just came to get something to eat.
And I have very seldom been at a loss for words.
Sir, I just came to get something to eat.
But I don't even know what to ask you first.
I just came to get something to eat.
John, we've been through this before. What are you doing? I've got the chat log again. It's illegal to have a talk on the internet with a minor with intent to have sex with that minor. Do you know that?
Yes.
Then why do you do it?
I get chills when Chris says that. Then why do you do it? Chris is genuinely confused. Like, what the fuck is going on in your head, John? Ah, the untied shoelace shot. Symbolism at its finest. The symbolism being he's fucking stupid.
This guy named Jonas says it's all a case of mistaken identity.
It's not me. I assure you.
I gotta give it to this guy. I kinda like this lie. Let's buy into your bullshit for 2 seconds. Okay, so this chat log isn't you. Why are you here? There might be 2 Jonases in Virginia, but I only see 1 Jonas in my kitchen. Checkmate.
So why would a man with so much to lose risk everything to meet a child for sex? Dr. David Marcus, a clinical psychologist who treats men with sexual compulsions, says it's a powerful addiction.
Some, and this may be a minority, have a primary attraction to that age group. Others are more looking for a situation where they could feel powerful, where they can, again, explore parts of themselves, try to do things in a situation where there is a power differential.
That's what I've been saying since episode 1. Fun fact, I actually went to school to major in psychology, and I planned on being a clinical psychologist. Now I make diss tracks on ex-rabbis. Stay in school, kids. And that's kind of it. The rest of the episode ends up being some fear-mongering bullshit about MySpace.com, the devil's playpen. But I do have one more thing to talk about. If you're familiar with the episode, then you might notice that I skipped over somebody. That somebody is Joe Wonderler. I skipped over him because I didn't want to bring him up till the end. This PJ member expressed that Joe had a horrible chat log. I went to go read it myself. Starting the chat log, I was gonna crack jokes at some of the dumb shit he was saying, also analyze the way he would say things to this minor because you'll often see a lot of similarities in Predator chat logs. But after I finished reading the chat log, I scrapped all the jokes. Not because I didn't think they were funny or some shit, but I just want to break character for a little bit and talk to you guys seriously. I know it's been over a decade since this aired, so I can only wish that these guys are still behind bars. I know I sit here and I make jokes about the episodes, sometimes edgy, but don't think for 1 second that I think what these men are doing is okay. If you ever feel bad for a predator, read their chat log. I mean, sure, some are scummier than others, but Joe's chat log is fucking disgusting. Let me read off a handful of the things that Joe wanted to do with this 14-year-old. He wants to shave her. He wants to pee on her clit. He wants her to pee as he penetrates her. He wants to fill up her vagina with whipped cream, then fuck her. He wants her to bring a dog over, so the dog can lick them. He wants her to fuck the dog, jerk off the dog, blow the dog. He wants to blow the dog. And he really wants the dog to come inside the girl so then he can fuck her with the dog's cum inside. He's fucking demented. The man owns 2 pets, and this is what turns him on. And for those of you that know, this is not the worst chat log you will read. I mean, I know Perverted Justice gets criticized for their methods, but when I look at something like this, I can't help but praise PJ. They exposed and put away a potential child rapist and save 2 pets in the process.
He is very graphic in the details of what he wants this girl to do with the dog and then what he's going to do to the girl. And if it was all just talk, then, what was he doing sitting in our kitchen?
You don't need to be a superhero to save somebody. Don't ever be afraid to speak up, and don't ever take somebody's accusation lightly. Child predators still exist to this day, and they're all around us. The only reason I'm being serious with you guys right now is because after I read this chat log, I stopped working on the episode. Not because, I didn't know this is what these guys were saying behind the scenes. I knew, I've read plenty chat logs beforehand, but just something after reading this one threw me off. But obviously, I ended up clearing my head. I'm self-aware of what this is, and I'm self-aware of what I do. And I'm gonna end it on that. And I can't go from this to a pedal mix. So there's no pedal mix this episode. I'll just do my usual outro in my next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next investigation.